but they're hard to do on a flat surface. Wow. I hope we're not looping over things too much. But I'm hearing myself on it.
We should be good now.
Okay. So hopefully we're good. So right after that first intro track, we're going into actual tracks. So you might notice we've got lots of different colors on the ground here. The colors are actually indicative of what the track's about to do. And I am racing terribly right now. So those kind of blue with little red stripes, you get those kind of half loops. Yellow is usually right before the finish line. Green is generally safe. Red, in general, is don't jump. Usually because you're about to start going uphill. And if you do enough stunts in a jump, the game gives you funny text. Because yay, Super Nintendo. So every course, well, every I forget what they call them, tracks, groups of courses. I don't know what the cups are called, but every one of them has 5 actual courses individually we have to go through. There's 2 straight races, 2 have laps, and there's a stunt course in there that's just making sure you're paying attention to this stunt subsystem. And I need to make sure I actually don't lose this race. All right, we're in there. Sweet. Am I buffering too much? I could kill the stream and restart it really quick if I need to.
It was buffering a little bit. It looks a little bit better now, but for a run this long, yeah, it might be better to lower a little bit of resolution or whatever.
All right.
What bit rate are you at right now?
I should be at 1,000.
Yeah, you could drop it further than that. I mean, it's just an SNES game.
All right. I'm gonna restart this stream, and hopefully we'll be good.
Okay.
Let's go down 7. Am I back up?
I'm not sure. Let me check. Yeah, you're back up.
All right, hopefully this thing stops buffering now then. See what else I can kill on this thing. Hooray for having to reattach parts to your computer the day of a run. All right, let's get back to it. You've probably noticed by now we're actually holding the brake at the beginning of every track just to kind of get this sort of boost speed. Think like Sonic spin dashing. It's kind of the closest thing to it. Of course, you only really ever use it at the beginning of a race. You can use it if you need to get up a ramp, but that's really it. This course is kind of weird in that you have the 2 tracks and you start on one and the computer starts on the other. Other than that, there's not much going on here. This track does kind of introduce those arrows, and you have the solid yellow lines that mean jump, or the solid yellow blocks. Of course, I just missed it. We'll see more of those later, but those are generally whenever there's a faster path that you have to jump to take. That. You also see the orange for the slime. That's really 90% of the game's mechanics thrown in right here in the first sort of set of courses. And as far as I can tell, it's twist to win. Rolls, I mean, you could do them. I think the task does some sort of really weird combination of things. All right, Monster is one of 3 tracks in the game. We know how to kind of... Oh my god, what's my computer doing here? Monster is one of 3 tracks in the game. You can do this, basically go backwards through checkpoints. So you're supposed to obviously start this entire track going to the right. We went left because the way the game tracks your progress through a lap is these little gates like the starting line. You actually have to touch the starting line before you go left, which is kind of funny. But just because in this track it's easier to go backwards to get to this one. There we go. Well, we do that, and it's actually about 3 or 4 seconds faster than a computer every lap that way. It's really unfortunate there's only like a handful of tracks this actually works for throughout the game. But this is really your glitch. Let's see what else I can actually kill here on my side to try and do anything. But I have a feeling we're going to be hosed. Oh, and yeah, because we are on the gold medals, we get to destroy gold one at the end of every race. See chat's noticing that here as we're trying to do something. But yeah, normally to progress through this game, you start having to get all the bronze medals. So you do all these courses once, you have to get all the silver medals, you do all these courses again. That's why we're going straight to gold. Looper, we start getting actual fun stuff in the tracks. So now we've got these loop-to-loops. They're actually skippable if you jump at just the right moment. Some of them you can break. Every time you skip a loop, it's about 1 second. Hooray for 1 second time saves. Yeah, we got it at the last minute there. And pretty much the rest of what we want to do is not what I did right there. As long as you don't land on your head and lose all your speed or get caught in the middle of a twist, you can generally just keep going pretty fast. So next we get the mega jump. This course and its counterpart later on in Twin Peaks, notable for having, well, really big jumps. And this is actually also the first time we see that metal turn back thing, because we actually skipped all the ones that are in Monster. So this is where the rubber banding from the computer gets really annoying. I haven't really dug too deeply into how it actually works. I just know that suddenly the computer is always immediately behind you. And it's usually on these giant jumps, it seems to miraculously pull off literally all the stunts in the game, even if I don't wipe out on it. This is what I call blast processing. And it's true that the legend holds this game was created as kind of Nintendo's response to Sonic the Hedgehog going really fast. To kind of say, see, SNES can do it too. So feel free to make all the Sonic jokes you want. This game needs to be memed up as much as possible. So we didn't get to talk about the stunt course last time. That was a really good time to actually kind of reset things. But you can kind of see every time I do this little head bounce, I'm getting like half as many points. There's really not much to this outside of make sure you do a variety of things. Get the score you need. Obviously, the higher the medal you're going for, the more stuff you need to do. Z flips are just push the X a lot. And tabletops, I think you have to be like in the middle of a roll or a twist or something when you push X and you see the unicycle turn sideways. One day I'll actually learn how this game works and then I can give better commentary on this part, but for now it's just, yeah, do all the things and try and land on the meme number if at all possible. And apologies again that we apparently are buffering like crazy today. Fortunately, we can still get that 1 second time save. So the rest of the legend of this game is that there's really only one production run of it. I think we got this off the Wikipedia page for the game somewhere, but Pixar ended up suing because they said they owned unicycles with personalities or something. Sounds really weird. I don't know how true that actually is. But it makes for a good story about this game. We do have the meme track here. This track is named Infinity for a reason. I think this has the most laps in the game too, at 7. And each lap is like 7 seconds. Not even if you're doing it right. There we go. There is an individual leaderboard for this game. I don't think anybody's really posting to this track. I know I like put up the only time on it the other day because it's like, who cares about it? The biggest thing on this track is don't land on your head. Hey! So again, because Nintendo wanted this made, that turtle is apparently now Yoshi. We have to keep track to see like what the best random stunt statement we get over the course of this game is. And not fall in slime! Oh, come on. You can kind of see that you do get a slight boost if you do stunts on the arrows. The arrows actually do kind of lock it in your speed for a moment. The exclamation point is a decent one. I have to see if we get some of the other ones. Is this the one where we, no, this is a couple of loops. This is another one you have to actually jump to skip the loop, and you've got to do it just at the bottom of the slope. And you're not going nearly fast enough to do it. There's other little things about this game, though. If you're going up this ramp too fast, you just get more hang time, and the computer catches up. GG. Some days you can nail that every time, and other days you just can't nail it at all. God, Goldwyn, please. Jeez. Yeah, this game actually is one I hear like a lot of people played and then completely forgot about. It's so much fun. Like, the problem is this game does not lend itself great to commentary, but it is actually an addictive little game. I think it's not that expensive either if you want to get a hold of a copy. If you're paying attention on the stunt tracks here, I think it's one is just the single, you get the double for 2, kind of obviously. Treble for 3, city is anything more than 3. Tabletops, for some reason, you can only get 1 of. Oh, and we lost a little bit of time by being in the air at the end of the stunt track. Oh, well. Those things are always 45 seconds. Although if you're in the air, it's kind of basketball-esque. Anything you do on your last jump counts. The next stunt course is actually going to be the worst one in the entire game because you need to actually get to 400. Oh my god. Shortcut's kind of weird because there's actually a bottom path you can take. It's supposedly faster. And I usually try and take it, but it's a pain in the ass to actually get to. Sorry about that. Yeah, because you just speed up so fast when you try and not take the jump, and then you end up taking it anyway. You can't be losing at the end of a lap. That's not acceptable. So we got to take the bottom path, but how much time did we lose trying to get there? Not sure, but we're winning the race by a little bit right now. And actually, if you jump too high here, you can get on those arrows pretty easily. Goldwyn, please. The marathon needs to move on. Get out of here. I think this is the weight. No, this is the dart. Spoilers for later. So I don't know why this track is called Wario Paint. Wario Paint as a track does have probably the most annoying feature in this game, in that there's a jump that goes straight up. So you have to actually know to hold the jump button to move yourself in the air. I haven't dug up the instruction manual in a while, so I don't even know if it mentions it in there. But it might be one of those things you want to keep in the back of your mind when you play this blind someday. And, you know, land on the slope just a little bit there. Alright, come on, end this race. Yeah. I don't even know how much of it is the AI is nuts and how much of it is just a rubber banding mechanic, but oh my god. You hear stunt noises you should not hear anywhere out of it. So this is the one where we jump into a wall. This track's actually kind of annoying because you don't have any room really to get any time back, both for the most part. It's just don't jump very high on that second jump if you can. Oh my god, stop. Even though the track's red, that's actually a pretty good place to jump. Ooh, go! Don't slow down at the top of the half pipe, let's go. I don't even know what to call that structure. It's like a half loop, I guess, not a half pipe. Whatever, we're racing. I don't think I ever took that jump like that before. Hey! So this is Downer. We need 400 stun points. This one's actually pretty hard to get. For whatever reason, the game decided also that flips would be worth twice as much as rolls. So you can actually do 2 flip cities and it's as much as the 1 roll city you're probably going to get. Want some tabletops here. Please land. And that's actually a really long jump to end it, so unless you actually need the points, don't go on it, you'll waste like 10 seconds. East is a track where hopefully you never go left. Thought the name was kind of cute there. There actually is a shortcut jump near the end, and if you miss it, you do go left, and that means you did bad. So don't do it. Don't miss that jump. Don't ever miss that jump. You're gonna miss the jump. I wish I owned a unicycle in real life. I think that would make like the meme of cab infinitely better if I owned a unicycle. This is the jump I always mess up because you only have time for 1 roll in it. I guess this is it. Oh my, just barely made it over. If we wiped out, it was over. Hairpin Hill is actually a pretty annoying course because it's basically jump over slime, take metal, turn back. Jump over slime, take metal, turn back. And if you mess up any of these, the computer basically runs away with it from there. Also, don't land on the upslopes on the other side of the slime. Upslopes. Words are things I said. I think the other bad thing about this is this track is not visually appealing. Like you can kind of see the challenge of it, but it's really repetitive. This, as a side note, is also the last track you can access before you get bronze medals on all 4 of the first 5 sets of courses. Once you get 4 bronze medals, the next 2 open up, and then you need to get 6 silvers before you can move on. Thus the category names. That's just not nice. I don't know why I'm breathing fire today. I do have a suspicion that going down the really steep hills on the ground is faster than jumping and doing anything. I haven't really tested anything out. This is one of those games, you know, you never take a stopwatch to, and you just kind of play and get good at. There we go. I'm dizzy. So I mentioned Twin Peak earlier during the mega jump. This one has 2 mega jumps. Just gives the computer that much more time to gain on you. I almost feel... Oh yeah, Steven, the AI is straight up cheating, pretty much. In those jumps, I'm doing flips instead of rolls. That is, rotating backwards rather than forwards, whichever way I happen to be moving. Due to a potentially misguided belief that it's got to be faster to do that. I have no idea if it's faster or not, but it feels better. On those jumps, I'm pretty sure as long as you just do a bunch of different things, because I think the speed boosts happen at different times, you should be good. There's your exclamation points again. If you're lucky there, you get a bounce and it works as a jump for you. It's nice. Please, game. That's probably my fault. It would be amazing if this was the strat to basically let the computer take a slight lead, except now he's running away with it. I think we lost this one. Yo! You there, Rezi? I heard somebody on the other side.
Yeah, we've got a $10 donation from, let's see, from In Collins. No message.
We also have a $5 donation. Whoa. From Mazimov. He says, "Welcome to Cab. Take a seat, hold my thigh, and I hope you'll enjoy the ride." Kappa.
That puts us at $3.99.
Yo, thanks, Mazzy. I have to remember to actually do some stunts now. I've just been kind of super casualing this so far. Should I just keep going, or do I have to do? I have to do this again. We can do this. The echo from this is a little distracting. I'm sorry again about the setup. That is the problem with the gold medal stunt courses. It's too easy to just kind of lose focus and it's over. this one, you get this 2 big jumps, 1 kind of ramp up thing. See, now we already have it now. Rezi, go ahead and type in chat, how much money do I owe you every time I have to restart a course? Give myself some motivation. Oh my goodness. So now I'm looking to see what the number is going to be, and I'm wiping out here, which is just going to cost me more. So here's the thing. When you get to the last course, the computer, like, you think it's cheating now, it's not cheating as bad as it can yet. When we get to the last, basically, set of courses, the last tour, that's what this game calls it. I'm really in for it, and I probably will restart, like, the first track 2 or 3 times. Let's go with 5. All right, so I'm already at $5 as we go into the small cut. Hopefully I'll just buffer through anything I really mess up. No one will know. So here's the deal with the small cut. That was it. It's another one of these mind the ramp sort of courses. If you go on the top route, it's not that bad actually, but it's really rampy. There's lots of hills, there's some slime, whereas this bottom path is open track. Plus you end up going down anyway, so less distance to drop. The other nice thing is hopefully you land on that little bump and get boosted forward at the bottom of that fall. Is this really only lap 4? Again, we'll jump just to get past these arrows. Oh. Alright, we'll get to see the top track. See, it's not that bad. Yo, we need $20 more to fight Kulix? We need to see that fight. I don't know why there's a pink elephant there, and frankly, it scares me. So Bounder, this is where the game actually picks up a little more difficulty. We already messed this one up, so there's $5 for you. This track, right there at the stop, there's a bump, and it's another one of those, like, you save several seconds by not taking that top path here. This one is like a legit shortcut. To the point that even the computer makes sure to take it. So I don't know how much time I lost there by bouncing at the end, so we're in trouble already. The spinners start actually spinning you out the same direction now sometimes, just to make your life more fun. Alright. Well, we have the lead back. I think that might be it for this course. Hey! The one thing I remember about the marathon track is do not jump at the start of the marathon. Weird things will happen, you'll fall down, you'll be sad. Just don't do it. I wonder why this one is actually called Marathon, because this is not a marathon. Like, there are longer tracks in the game with this. This is clearly false advertising. I said don't jump, and what do? I jump. It is so tempting to jump a lot in this game, and you very often end up jumping at a wrong point in time, jumping off one of those ends of a platform that just goes onto arrows that point the other way. Like a lot of games where it's just memorization and repetition, although in this game you do at least have the track as a visual cue a lot. One extra twist there. Oh god. We made it! So for some reason, Bounder goes back to the first tour's kind of really boring actual half-pipe of a stunt course. X button, come on. I don't know what my unicycle just did there. That was not a buffer, that was just on my TV. I guess technically you're wasting frames by doing more tricks beyond the end. You can just hold any button on this sort of tally screen and it goes right through everything. But it still takes a little bit of time. Just jump right into some slime to start the race. It seems like a plan. Alright, we're still in this. The nice thing about the AI and the rubber banding is it lets you actually catch up a lot too. It doesn't just decide to instantaneously win, just more a limit on how many mistakes you can actually make. So jump over is a very important course because there's this sort of half pipe at the beginning. And we gotta jump over it. And every time you jump over it, in honor of the one speedrunner who was able to do it 5 times, you can get the pentaglib. Each time you jump over, it's a glib, in honor of all glib. I hope he's out there. I don't think he is. I'm not sure if I've ever actually gotten the pentaglib. But we gotta do right by him. Is this the part where I'm supposed to be I ate your pie and say who's willing to put it all on the line for the pentaglib? I'm probably not, but you should. He had nose. Oh my god, we made it anyway! You might also be noticing, right, there's this little number that appears on the screen this entire game that tells you how long ago the computer, you passed the last checkpoint the computer is passing. Oh my goodness, we got it. Oglib, I know you said you were out there eating dinner someplace. That one was for you, buddy. We got it. That's a lap record for me. Shouts to SM Dub. That unicycle has a cape, but you can watch the No Cape tournament on the SMW community channel. All right, so now we're into Runner. These are the courses you can't actually access without getting silver medals on everything before it. This course is slow. You have all these. Come on, make it. You know what, I'm just gonna restart, because if you miss that jump, like, it's over. I don't think the pentaglib negates the fact I owe you guys $15 now. You just lose all speed to start this track, though. And then you get these. I think actually doing twists does slow you down in the air itself. It's just the speed you get from them outweigh it. The problem is when you're making those tall jumps like that, they can cost you. Yesterday, actually, not yesterday, 2 days ago, both myself and the computer missed one of those. It's kind of weird. Serendipitous, I didn't have to restart as a result of it. Alright, I promised you there were 2 more glitched out tracks and they were in the runner tour. This is one of them. You could do more glibs in this track, or you could go this way. There's actually not even like some arrows to jump over on this one. You just have to go back to the top of this hill, tag that gate, and we're good to go. I'm pretty sure I tagged the start line. If I didn't, this is going to be over fast. Tag the gate. This course was actually kind of weird because that is the only checkpoint besides the finish line itself. Most of the rest of these have at least one other gate somewhere on them. I'm not sure for that course how much time it actually saves versus going the other way. This stunt course is kind of reminiscent of the Turtle Tour, the Shuffler. And that's just like not much but these giant ramps sort of in the middle. That was a tabletop gone wrong. Unicycle, work with me. I hate races. That's the one I was hoping to see. What is this, Tony Hawk? It probably is. TBH. Boo has a shortcut jump immediately after one of the metal turnbacks. I think it might even be this one. It is! And literally all you do is skip some back and forth on arrows. So the computer's still right behind me, because why not? Come on. Oh my goodness, how many of these are there? Did we just lose the race? Wow. I should maybe like promise to donate $1 every time I win a race by less than 1/10 of a second. That put me up to like 17. So Fire Escape is this annoying little track with lots of back and forth going down. And the moment you hear that beep halfway down the hill, you can turn around. And as you can see, the computer is still right behind me. So this is a shortcut. It saves time. It's a speed trap, but I mean, it saves so little time. If you mess it up at all, you're still likely to lose the race. This is the weight. I mean, at some point, you just have to drop the giant, cartoonishly large weight, I guess. Sprinter, by the time you reach this tour, I feel like is ridiculously easy. The problem is, if you do mess up a track, you're probably out a minute. Wow, really? Goldwyn's all right. Goldwyn had a flat, but he's back on the racetrack. This track gets weird because we start getting this like slow climb. What? I think that's because I was not actually holding right when I got to it. So hopefully we can make that second up. Oh my, come on. 2, 3, 4. Remember when I said if you mess something up enough, like you lose a minute? Imagine if we lost this race. Is this like Mario Kart 64? Not exactly. We actually do have to win all these races. I kind of wish I knew why this one was called Flash. This is the other course besides Wario Paint. There's actually one other one where you have to know to hold the jump button to move to the side. Otherwise, you're kind of stuck there saying, "Why won't it work?" Exactly like that, by the way. You actually don't want too many stunts going to those big vertical jumps, because you don't want to go too high up again. So yeah, basically by this point, it's kind of throwing the more gimmicky track mechanics at you, but you've dealt with them all. Yo, we're pulling a computer AI there, just coming out of nowhere. Part of me does not want to do any stunts there. Yeah. You'd think I'd have strats for this game by now. As you figured out, I'm sure. I'm just following the track the whole time. This is the next to last stunt course we get to deal with in the game. This is actually like a lot of scoops. One, two, three. Oh, what? We don't. Come on. Hey. My inner tube! Twister cities in these tracks get kind of funny because they're like the thing you get to last because they're so easy to do. I'm trying to think of any sort of distinctive feature of Fruit Bat, and I have none other than it's called Fruit Bat. I just kind of stand by what I said originally, that Sprinter is not a very hard tour. Like, it's only hard if you haven't been paying attention previously. That one is just such a short track. Maybe that was good. We had one more. 1, 2, 3 jump, I believe, is the only track with gold arrows in it. You saw some red arrows, you saw some blue arrows. There's $5 for you. As long as I do that on the first lap and not the second lap. I think we get one more jump into a wall here. Because why not? This is Goldwyn's last stand, by the way. Goldwyn gets no more appearances after this. Slow me down! You're apparently dead even. Going to the final stretch here. That could be bad. So I mentioned the last tour, the computer definitely does actually cheat. I don't know why we just ninja kicked him off the edge. I don't know what happened there. So every time after like the first couple of seconds of the race, we are even with the so-called anti-uni here. Something weird will happen. If you see barf mode and you get motion sickness, I suggest you look away. Other things include just flipping the screen vertically, and the really devastating thing it can do is reverse the controller. Yep, there it is, on command. Y is now my A button to do twists instead of A. Fortunately, the jump button's the same. And now it's switched back. I don't think we're actually going to win this at this point. Because like controller reverse is a death sentence. Because even if you recover relatively quickly, it's over. Yeah, we're like a second and a half behind. We just bounced. So this is where the game gets interesting. It gets depressing. You have to just kind of fight through it. Griller is like just a track that always takes time. Again. What? We can't get this flip. No. I've got to do it. I've got to get off the stream and let the next run go. Which means we have to go fast. Still not getting that right, but we at least gotta flip through there quickly. You should also know this is a track that's pretty easy to get some variety of out of bounds on. We don't know how to do anything with getting out of bounds. It's just basic. It's an effective soft lock. Hedgehog Speed said this game was kind of supposed to be Nintendo making a joke about Sonic, right? Controller reversed again. It happened at a good time for noticing it, but it's still going to get undone at some point. That's just the awful thing about Griller. You can kind of fall through those turnbacks if you do it just right. I don't think anybody really goes for it intentionally. He loves me today. He knows it's a marathon stream. Rezzy, if this gets out of control and you want me to move on, just let me know. Invisible track is somewhat more interesting. You know what? Let's leave Griller behind for now. We can go back. How much longer do I got? I could be here all night. It's how much longer do you have? Because I don't want to waste everybody's time with Griller attempts all day.
Right now you're at 55 minutes, and your estimate is 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Honestly, my estimate is that long because of this last section.
Well, if you planned for it, then might as well do it.
All right. As long as chat wants me to succeed, we'll keep going. Lava mode is just kind of weird. Let's see if I can get this. No. You can skip that second loop with a well-timed jump. It's not easy. Barf mode! Yo, we gotta skip. Those leads tend to hold up if you can actually like skip a loop. Although I mentioned anti-Uni generally does something when you touch him. It's not too uncommon. It's happened before. You take about a 1 or 2 second lead on the anti-Uni, and you actually tag him as you're going through one of the big loops. Hey, we got another skip. Can I meet the estimate? All right, let's go straight to Hamster. Save Neon for a little bit. This is the beauty of categories where there's no requirement in actually beating all of the levels in order. It's also the beauty of just having an arbitrary category. Slow-mo, or is this hedgehog speed? This is hedgehog speed. Literally as fast as hedgehogs. I should really beat a Sonic game one day. Oh, that was a shortcut. I don't know how far behind we are now. We're not, because the anti-Uni is still behind us. That's like that one in I don't know how many chance that... Oh my goodness. That the computer also messes up taking a shortcut. All right, Griller. I don't like you and you don't like me, but the good people on this stream want to see Griller go down. I've done this course how many times now, and I have not remembered to break for that once. This is awful. I'm legit glad I did not get this the other night when I was actually also on like pretty good pace through the first several tracks. Griller is where runs go to die. Let's just go this way. Alright, we'll do Neon. Why is it called Neon? This is basically another Spine stunt course. Like I don't think it's the exact same layout as Spine, but it definitely feels like it. I don't know why you turn like orange at the top of the screen on this. That's the only question. One more shot at Griller before we go to 2 and throw. At this point, I think I need to actually go back and check how many attempts I'm taking at this track. Actually have a slight lead until we get reversed again up here, right? Barf mode. Okay. I can actually live with barf mode. Although with that purple background, it's really kind of wow. That power bounce just ruined the entire race. It's great when you have like a pretty good race and then like one thing happens. And you can't just stay on the track. Barf Mode as a song title, I guess would work. I don't know if it would make a good band name. That's like the mark of a good statement. Probably done that exact mistake 5 times now. Sorry about this, everybody. All right, we finally got that. And then we got bounced back immediately. Pretty soon, I think I will take... All right, let's do this. I'm going to do the last track so that you can at least see it, because you basically saw all of Griller at this point. We're going to do this. We're going to take one more shot at Griller, and then we'll pass the torch along. We'll mercy kill Uniracers, put it back where it belongs in the drawer. That, like, fire escape climb is actually really annoying because it's really easy to fall off. It's possible to jump on there. If you can get one twist in any of those, it generally makes the rest of it really easy. The amount of time I think I'm winning this track right now is more indicative of how annoying this is even for the computer. I don't know how we got power bounce put on. I hope people like the commentary. I'm sorry we got off to a slow start here. This is downright embarrassing. All right. All right. We're gonna do this. We're just gonna call. I'll finish this race and we'll call time whenever it happens. Can't even get a twist out the gate. Come on, game. Well, we got a little bit of luck here. I don't know what happened to the computer, but it's a little far behind right now. So here's the problem. As much as I might be slightly ahead here, you saw the computer gained a second for no apparent reason, and it's going to tag me at the top of this. Oh my goodness. Do we have the track to ourselves? Because if the anti-uni can't catch up to you, you're in business. Oh, what? I'm just gonna stay on the track and hope for the best. Invisible track, that's good. That's the end of everything. We're gonna do it. That's time. Remember, folks, it's always when you say it's the last attempt that you actually make it.
Nice.
That's only like 6 minutes over PB.
Hey,
Well,
But we did
it's-
the thing.
Still 5 minutes under estimate.
we totally finished all the tracks. Don't worry about it.
We actually did finish all the tracks.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Well, hell. Sick.
We get to see the ending.
Speed King. Fastest unicycle
I have an
steals
exclusive
victory.
and a film deal.
Amazing.
Now, you want to see the most disturbing thing in this game?
What's up? Oh no. Stop it. Who done it?
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for the run, Cab.